What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Daily Dizzle for Monday, May 21st, 2012. The Dizzlemits, Tom Bernardi, bringing you all the latest entertainment headlines from the weekend. No shortage of news, so let's jump right in. First, the coverage of the weekend box office. Avengers obviously held on to first place over the weekend, having $55 million for its third weekend. It did not break the third weekend record. Avatar still holds that with about $68 million. However, it is the highest grossing Disney movie ever released, having just passed Toy Story 3 and Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides as billion-dollar worldwide earners, and it's not slowing down yet. It's actually expected by the end of the month to have cracked the top 3 highest grossing movies of all time, just behind Titanic and Avatar. Looking at the new releases from this weekend, Battleship was not expected to do any better than second place. However, it did end up taking in a little bit less than expected. Estimates had it pegged around 30. We had it for 37 million. Ended up taking in only 25 million. Pretty much, if you throw a crappy movie out enough places, sometimes it can even make $100 million. That's what G-Force proved summers ago. However, this one, with a PG-13 rating, that's that summer blockbuster pinnacle right there. There's going to be just enough action and violence, well, just enough stuff that little kids can watch. And, you have a board game, tie it in, try and sell some merchandise too, and, they thought it was a perfect storm. But when you pretty much take the plot of Avengers and shove it into a movie based on a board game, yeah, people are going to pick the Avengers over that any day of the week. In third place, The Dictator opened to about 17 million for the 3-day weekend, and sits at 24.5 million for the 5 days, which is just under Borat's 3-day opening of about 26 million. However, we did peg it for 17 million for the weekend. We pegged it to be around the same numbers. Obviously, it's not doing as good as Bruno's opening. However, Bruno ended up earning half of its total run in its opening weekend, so at least The Dictator will have a little bit better legs than that. However, it is still expected to have a harsh drop-off. And for us, the biggest surprise this weekend was the fact that Dark Shadows actually held up better than the opening for what to expect when you're expecting. Of course, Dark Shadows did drop almost 60% like we called it, but ended up taking in 12.7 million. What to expect when you're expecting, it might even be the bigger bomb of the weekend than Battleship. The fact that it's a best-selling book, everyone recognizes it, it's got the brand name, it's got huge talent involved. It ended up not coming together. In fact, this is probably one of the biggest bombs for a May romantic comedy ever, only for the fact that, like we said, it usually opens at 15 million. We had pegged it for 20 just for the fact that it had all the star power riding on it. Ended up opening to 10.5 million. That's a new low bar, even lower than New Year's Eve, which we called last week. Now jumping into some celebrity and movie news. First, in a follow-up of a story we brought you the other day, actor Nick Stahl had gone missing in LA's Skid Row. Apparently over the weekend, he sent an email out to a bunch of his friends mentioning, hey, I'm still alive, I'm here, trying to work on some problems, give me 30 days. The wife was not on that email list, so the cops are still investigating. However, she has since reported to TMZ that she has heard from her husband. Now, over the weekend, there was some rumors making their way around that Jackie Chan was retiring from making action movies. He's currently in Cannes promoting his latest action film, Chinese Zodiac, and had been quoted pretty much saying, oh, I'm getting older, the world's getting more violent, I want to be showing that I can be an actor, that I can be like the Asian Robert De Niro. Which, Asian Robert De Niro, just trying to picture that as actually pretty entertaining. But pretty much he was saying, oh, I'm gonna try and get away from that a little bit. But since then it came out that, hey, my words were kind of twisted. I'm getting older and I gotta watch what I'm doing, but I'm still gonna do action movies. So you can just get stuntmen to do the crazy stuff for you. I know that Jackie Chan has always been one of those people like Jet Li who, no stuntman, all about doing his own shit, and that's why he's done so many movies and had such an epic career. However, you're getting older. We're not going to blame you. I mean, look at, like, the last Indiana Jones movie. You could tell sometimes that they were stuntmen, when Indy wouldn't turn around, oh, I'm Harrison Ford. Yes, you can't see my face. Yeah, so I think we can get used to the fact that you can use a stuntman, dude, and we'll still believe that you're an old Asian man kicking a lot of people's ass. Now to jump into some news and rumors for some upcoming movies in the pipeline. First, it's being reported that Ryan Reynolds is currently being sought after for the lead role in a reboot of the Highlander movie series. Well, I guess if there can only be one, you can obviously make a worse choice than Van Wilder. Meanwhile, 2 actresses who have gotten Oscar recognition in the past few years are eyeing a female buddy cop movie. Hear tons about, like, 48 Hours, Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte, tons of movies like that. In the past decade or so, you had Eddie Murphy and Robert De Niro, and then Eddie Murphy and Owen Wilson. Pretty much Eddie Murphy and any guy that they can get to be 48 hours light, yeah, they'll try and do another one. So it's about time that the girls get a shot, especially when those two actresses are Oscar winner Sandra Bullock and Oscar nominee Melissa McCarthy, who is best known from Bridesmaids last year. You can see her on Mike and Molly on CBS nowadays. You might even know her as Sookie back from Gilmore Girls. But it doesn't change the fact that they're both hilarious. We know that Sandra Bullock can pull this kind of movie off, as Miss Congeniality showed. Throwing Melissa McCarthy in is just going to make that even fucking funnier. That's all we've got for today's Daily Dizzle. We thank you guys for checking us out here as always. We hope you learned something new. We hope we didn't waste your time. And we hope you enjoyed it. So, if you enjoyed the music you were hearing because you grew up playing Game Boy and you like the beeps and the boops, go ahead and click the link on screen right now. It'll link you to our good friend Optimus Chad's YouTube account. You can also find the link to his Facebook page in the description, or just go on Facebook and search for Optimus Chad. And with all this link talk, if you haven't already done so before, go ahead and click the link on the screen right now to subscribe to us. It is right here. Yes, between the hands. Yes. But it's the easiest way to keep up on the latest Daily Dizzles as they happen. We come to you Monday through Friday. And that way, instead of having to come search us out when we posted it, as soon as a new episode's uploaded, it'll go right to your feed. Honestly, can we make it any easier than that? I don't think so. So be sure to check back tomorrow where we'll have some upcoming news on Star Trek 2, some upcoming Disney project news. In addition to that, we will also have the first rumblings of the reviews for Men in Black 3. So be sure to check back tomorrow where you can get more of your Dizzle Daily. For the Daily Dizzle, I'm Tommy Dizzlemits. We will see you guys back here for Tuesday.